All right, so I've tried doing this live thing a couple times now, and it's kind of shut off on me. If I was on Campbell, I'd be talking about how the government's trying to shut me down so I don't give you that real shit. As much as much as I love that dude, but sometimes you really be bugging, bro. But nah, this is just some shit that was on my mind recently, and just watching because, like I said, I do probably overly watch the news and shit like that, just because to me it's just such an amazing time to be living in. And I don't know, I know people think that it may be like over dramatic or you know being, I don't know, trying to just really just trying to blow a situation out of proportion. But um I remember I remember I guess like 10 years ago would have to be, because it was just before or just after Obama won. And I was super happy, man, and shed tears, shed tears. Are you quite done? My God. Oh my God. So Obama, Obama won. I like, shed my tears of joy, whatnot. And then I immediately pivoted because been I have senses, right? And some you know some people, it took me a while to trust those senses, but basically I when I have senses that things are gonna happen, they usually happen, right? And after Obama won, I said, all right, this is dope, but he's gonna get 8 years, and if he's not the one to break down the Constitution, then the president after him will be the one. It will be, he would have set the ground foundation for whoever's the next guy to come and wreak havoc. I was like, I don't know who it's gonna be, but whoever it's gonna be does all the fucked up shit. But I'm pretty sure that Obama did some things that laid the groundwork for it, right? Intentionally or not intentionally. Like, you know what I mean? By using executive power to do this, that, or the third, right? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I can tell you specifically, point to specifically what was done to weaken the Constitution enough to allow this shit to happen. But, you know what I mean? Or if anything was done at all. I have no idea, right? But my sense is if you end up looking into it, you'll see that there's a lot of things that happened in the previous administration that kind of cleared the way for this to happen. And as much of a I'm not into conspiracy, as much as I am not into conspiracy theories, I am also a realist, and I think the 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 misconception is that this world operates on some type of ethical or moral standard, when in reality everything is business. Countries or corporations, and how they operate is off of profit, and very few very few countries actually operate off of the well-being of the people within their borders. You know what I'm saying? Um, I I called this post the terror of false power, because watching the news and just seeing the way things are going, it's like astonishing to me that there could not be an incredible outcry and outpour from the people of this country saying, yo, even if you fuck with homie, right? I find it incredible that there's not a wild, a wild outcry from the people of this country. Like, yo, this has got to, whatever you're doing, bro, we fuck with everything else you're doing. You gave us jobs, cool. We're doing all that, cool. But not this shit is not cool. What you're doing right now is not cool. and we need to get some type of uh, like somebody had suggested at one point. They were like, yo, why not why don't both sides just agree that what he did was wrong, come out with some type of legislation or rules that make it clear that he is not to reach out to any uh, external powers to interfere with the election in any way, shape, or form, or he will immediately be impeached, and that will be the end of the story. And I feel like that's she's upset. But me, I feel like that's a reasonable requirement because
way more than that. What are you talking about? That's reasonable.
okay, but that at this moment, this is the only impeachable offense that they have on him. So if you want to say, all right, let's move forward past this because impeachment is bad for the country or whatever the case may be.
It wasn't bad when somebody was getting their dick sucked and got impeached for it. They found a way to get him out of
Oh my
office.
God.
Very interesting.
Just interrupting the flow of consciousness right now.
That's
But like I said, the like okay, cool. You only have until next year to hold a new election and see who wins, right? But yeah, just make that point clear and just move on from it if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But to actually have nothing, no actual outcry at all as these things are happening, to me it just reflects. And what I mean by that is when you look at all the things that construct our society that uh, organize the walls of this framework that we live within. Um, there's just they're all just perception based. Is basically what I'm saying. You know, at a certain point, cash actually had a real value. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think everybody by this point knows that cash actually has zero value now, right? Your dollar used to actually be refundable for its weight in gold. You know what I mean? It was attached to something that was actually is finite the proper word? I don't think so. But so it was actually attached to something tangible, right? Something that you could hold in your hands and say, I have this value or what I am holding in my hands. This is a representation of that. All right. Once the United States moved off of the gold standard and started pretty much having uh, paper cash be a physical representation of government debt, things just changed. You know what I'm saying? The actual paper that in any country now, because this is just the way it is now. Like cash, no countries actually have the gold standard anymore. I don't think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that being said, what I'm trying to tell you is everything only has the amount of value that we consciously assign to it, right? Um, People get frustrated with government and whatever is happening in government, and they feel helpless because of what is government's motto, right? It says it right there on the money, and it's that's more than just an American concept. We the people, you know what I mean? Um, Government is supposed to work for us. We're not supposed to feel subjugated by government. All of these people were put into place by us. You know what I'm saying? Um, all of these, the terror of false power is that this power that really doesn't exist beyond a level that we assign to it is something that is going to tear all of us apart. You understand? And while you're chilling, acting like it's nothing that can be done, nothing that could be, uh, nothing that you can do to change the situation, it's just gonna get worse. And it's just astonishing to me to witness it, just especially to this country, because it's like I like of all the amazingly horrible things I could think of could happen here, I wouldn't have thought that I would be kind of staring at the evolution of modern day Nazi Germany, bro. Like it feels like that. And like maybe I'm being like I said, maybe I'm being melodramatic and shit. Maybe I'm being too extra. But it really, really, really has that feeling like, okay, now he'll never do that. And then he does it. And then it's like, okay, well, he definitely can't get away with this. And then he does it. And then it's like, oh, the post just keeps moving. Like no, there's no grown-ups. Nobody, everybody in government right now who is not a Democrat will continuously move with whatever this president does that his 33% of the country does not give a shit about. And that 33% of the country literally does not give a shit about anything. Nothing. That 33% of the country is the uneducated, bucktooth, white, inbred trailer trash that supports him from now till the day he dies, whether he kills the Pope or slaughters a mountain of 3-day-old babies. It does not matter what he does. That 33% will always rock with him because he represents something that they think represents them. Once again, another concept of false power. They feel empowered through an individual who represents something that they ascribe their own value to. You think that nigga really gives a fuck about you? Come on, son. Really? Y'all, you and that guy, Mr. Billionaire, Mr. My dad was a billionaire. You guys got a whole bunch of common, right? This shit's stupid. This shit's retarded. It makes no sense. And I'm just like, I just continue watching. Shocked and in awe, bro. I'm completely shocked. There's nothing else I can say about this shit. This shit is crazy, fam. So the more racist his policies get, and the more aggressive they get, and the more that he manages to, sidestep the Constitution, and the more that the Democrats are just too pussy or punk to apply any type of pressure beyond what's regular. Like, you guys aren't dealing with a regular dude right now. Like, this guy is spitting in the face of the Constitution. He's just like, fuck your subpoena. We ain't doing it. Oh yeah, you fuck you. Yeah. Who else you want to see? You want to see? Okay, we're gonna see what. No, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy.
He don't want to get subpoenaed. He don't want to do nothing. But the minute somebody else does the same shit he's doing, then they're wrong. He wants some people.
This is what I'm talking about. Like it's double standards, and it's not like double standards where he did one thing one day, and then like 4 months down the road he did something else, and then it's like kind of hard to draw the lines or whatever. Like he'll do something, Democrat will do one thing one day, and he will blame that Democrat for doing something, and in the same breath deny that what he did, which was the exact same thing that he's blaming. For example, this case with Biden, bro. You are accusing Biden of being corrupt for doing something that you just admitted that you did.
On national TV.
Right. And you're trying to get him investigated for that. So how is it okay for you to do it and different? Like either you're both wrong or you're both right. There's no fucking in between, my nigga. Like either he's right, he didn't do nothing wrong, and you're fucking just trying to harass a private American citizen, which just puts you in the wrong again. Or you're both wrong, and you knew it was wrong because you're trying to fucking persecute him for what he's doing by doing something equally as wrong. And you still need to be impeached. I don't understand, my nigga. Like, yo, concept of I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I was saying I've only I'm gonna try and finish this off, see what's going on. I basically said I didn't even understand what this whole thing was about the electoral college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have this thing. I didn't even get this concept of that. How is it a democracy if it's not about the majority? About the greater amount of people in that country, what they want being imposed? How is it possible for a person to be outvoted by nearly 5 million people and still be the winner? Think about that in any other fucking given situation. And they're coming across the finish line. First is Brown. Second is, you know what I mean? And then fucking the guy running, struggling to catch his breath, crosses 10th, and they go, finally, we have a winner. Like, how the fuck does this shit make sense, bro? And the Electoral College is a small group of what? Like, nobody knows anything about them. It might as well be the fucking Masons. You don't know who's in this fucking group. You don't know who's making these decisions. But it's a small, tiny group of about 100 or 300, 100 to 300, apparently, people from specific states that decide who the president is every single fucking time. And the law is that they're supposed to vote with the popular vote. That's the law. That's the law. Constitutional law is that whatever the popular vote is, that's who they got to vote for. They haven't done that like since 1976 or something. They said like that is when they first decided, nah, fuck, we doing what the fuck we want.
It wasn't 1976, wasn't it 1945?
It was either 1976 or 1926. Something. It was either one of those. But since then, they have never fucking listened to that constitutional law that tells them they have to vote with the popular vote. And none of this makes sense. And we, the people, doesn't matter what country you're in, what country you're from, because there's something going on in your country that you don't fuck with, that you don't agree with, that you just sit down and fucking watch.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We
Hong
just
Kong ain't going for that shit. See how they got.
Hong Kong is getting busy for their shit, bro. Because they understand what it's like. They live right next to a fucking communist regime, and they were just released from a Commonwealth, so they were owned by Britain. So they were different rules applied to them. Like they had more liberties, they had more freedoms. Although we're not free in any country, there's certain countries where we have more freedoms. USA, Britain, Canada, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Remember, so it's actually free. We just have a little bit more leeway.
Right. So, you know what I mean? These people are doing whatever they have to do to try and maintain the freedom that they have left. It's scary, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This shit's scary. This shit's eerie, very, 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 very eerie. But I'm gonna get off of here because I'm probably gonna end up deleting this because I doubt that the full video was sent. Whatever happened here, they fucking chipped me off and put me halfway through. So I'm not gonna just leave a halfway point. But if they got my full shit up there, then you know, I might come back, vent some more. But yeah, feel free to drop a comment if it's still up here. And you already know what it is. Boy Sense, family, money, everything. Let's get it.